Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm Summer, and this week we'll be learning how to reduce vulnerability with the ABC skills, which are accumulate positives, build mastery, and lastly, cope ahead. These skills are ones I use literally every single day, and that's kind of the point of them. There are two versions of each skill, a long-term version and a short-term version. With both of them being important, this is the set of skills that help you build a life worth living. Let's start with accumulate positives. This is the definition of enjoy the little things. Setting something pleasant up and doing it, like treating yourself after work, playing a good video game, making a good meal. There's a whole list of things you can do. But each of you are going to be different. In the moment, be mindful. Focus on the event and participate fully in the experience. Try to move doubts out of your mind. Don't catastrophize. This is instead of thinking what could go wrong, think what could go right. Long-term goals for accumulate positive is to make positive events happen more often. This starts when you identify the values important to you. For example, being productive or getting in shape. Decide on what value you want to work on one at a time. Give yourself goals for this value you want to work on. If your value is connected with others, your goal could be making friends. Once you've decided, you can look at action steps. What are all the little steps needed to accomplish your task? With each task, you start to inch towards your ultimate goal. This might sound super technical, but it really isn't once you tweak it to your own needs. I have a wall of long-term goals I want to finish with someday. On that list is get fit, visit Japan, and publish a novel, as well as many other things, but those are more personal. I piece each of these out into more manageable steps. Let's use the Japan trip as an example. I have it planned for about 2 years in the future. I don't need to know everything or set up hotels or anything right at this moment, but I can start learning Japanese. Each day a couple of lessons is all it takes. Those small steps inch me towards my goal. Next will be saving up money and learning about what places I want to visit, and lastly, planning the trip in and of itself. Progress is progress no matter how small. Build mastery is similar to accumulate positives, but it's with skills instead. This can range from doing better at sewing to speedrunning. You can pick up a new skill, which I absolutely love doing, or you can move on a current one, gradually increasing difficulty and looking for challenges rather than staying stagnant. Do whatever makes you feel accomplished and competent. Lastly, cope ahead is setting stuff up now that you will later use on in a crisis. If you know something specific is going to happen, and you'll have difficulty with it, you can plan for that. Describe the situation, name the emotions, and do a brief check the facts. Decide what you want to use for the situation and be specific and write it out if you need to. Imagine the situation, and this is the time you want to catastrophize. What is the worst possible thing and plan for that? Here's what you can do and what you have. And lastly, once you've done everything, remember to relax afterwards. Cope ahead can also be packing things with you, like having candy if you're diabetic. It doesn't always have to be super complicated. For me, coping ahead is just my past self doing something nice for my current or future self. It can range from meal prepping to having things ready for work in the morning. It can be anything big or small. Most of the lessons today consisted of accumulate positives, but it's the one that people tend to have difficulties with the most and need the most explaining, while the other two can be tacked on to round out the skill. These skills are where you need to be spending most of your time, and this is how you build a life worth living. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please leave a like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. As always, shine big, shine bright, and don't let your spark die out.